Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoin in real life. So, this episode here, I'd like to talk about some of the things that's going on right now. I wanted to talk about some things that I'm doing. I mentioned before that I'm trying to open an offshore bank account in Belize. After some time of applying and everything, finally got approved. And so hopefully soon enough I'll be going to Belize and just seeing what it's like. So I look forward to that. Hopefully that'll happen soon. And as far as the price of Bitcoin, it's gone up quite a bit, as you can see, the graph there, the chart, and the current price here on CoinMarketCap, and you can see all the other coins here and see what they're doing. And so anyways, another thing I like to talk about is a lot of talk I've been hearing. Seems like a lot of hype, and what I've noticed about the people who are talking about this new altcoin, maybe if you haven't already heard of it or know about it, Zcash, which is, I'm assuming, I'm not sure what it means. I think the guy who created it, I think his name starts with Z, either his first or last name, or maybe not, I'm not sure. But when I hear Zcash, I mean, you know what Z stands for? Z? No, I'm sorry, it's not. Is it Zcash? Yeah, Zcash. When I first heard of it, I mean, I'm thinking Zcash stands for zero cash, which I'm just gonna speak my mind, okay, from what people are saying, what I've heard. I haven't really done that much research into it, but based on the people who are talking about it, I just have a feeling, Zcash means zero cash, which means that's the amount of cash you'll have left over if you buy this coin. Okay. I'm sorry, I had to put a little funny pun in there. So the people who are talking about it, and it seems like the hype cycle, if you ever look at their history of, their choices of altcoin purchases, I don't think they're really doing that great. I don't think they have a great track record. Some of them have been scammed and admitted to being scammed. I've been scammed. I'll tell you that right now. There's nothing wrong with being scammed because, you're being preyed upon. All right? So, that's understandable, but, if you volunteer to be preyed upon, it's kind of, you have to question, why would I listen to these people? But anyways, here's what here's my thoughts on on Zcash. Um, I know it's probably going to be happening. Coins are going to be available, today, as of this recording. Um, if you look at Monero, which was an anonymous altcoin that was going to take over Bitcoin's, you know, niche on the dark market. Well, when I first heard about that, I was thinking, well, you know, most people don't even know how to use Monero. Most people don't even know how to get Monero, and most people don't even know how to buy Monero. So, anyways, the price of Monero went up on this hype. Now look at the price. I mean, it's not what it was. It still has some value. I guess there's still some people holding out on it. But the point is, it never really took hold because it really has no marketplace. It has no, the network, the physical peer-to-peer network of Monero doesn't exist, in my opinion. And plus, not only that, a dark market site, a darknet market site, just up and vanished. That was apparently accepting Monero. So that should probably tell you how well that went. And so I look at Monero. That's one example of an anonymous coin. Another one is Dash, which was also called Dark Coin, and that whole thing was to be anonymous and mixed and everything. These two anonymous coins already exist, and yet has not really taken hold of any marketplace to any significance compared to, Bitcoin. So you got already anonymous coins that are already in existence, and not much is going on, not much at all compared to Bitcoin. I mean, they're definitely doing things. People are buying them. Obviously, if you look at the, excuse me, if you look at Monero, and obviously there people are trading them, but are they being used, in real life? Because I'm calling this episode Bitcoin in real life, right? And that's because I can tell you I'm using Bitcoin in real life. So there's real world use, practical use, and real things are happening with Bitcoin. And in my opinion, that's what makes Bitcoin different than all these other coins. There's other differences too, but I'll go over them. Bitcoin is real. It's getting real used in the real world, in the physical world, not just in virtual reality where we're pushing buttons and everything, not just as a speculation tool to buy and sell. That's important too because it does add liquidity, it gets price discovery. But if that's all it is, I mean, if all these altcoins are nothing more than just buying and selling on a computer, it's no different than the forex markets of the old world, the stock markets of the old world, bond markets, treasury bonds, I mean, derivatives, ETFs, all that other bullshit that the old world has to offer. It's just a fucking video game. You can have fun playing that game, but you got to realize something about that game. The whole point of that game is to take your money from you. Okay? That's the whole point of that game of the old world, is not to make you rich. It's a promise. It's the false promise, if you ask me, in my opinion. the false promise, okay, the false hope of making you rich. And I know for a fact because I used to buy stocks and bonds, mutual funds, all that stuff. Uh, and the brokers who push them, they're incentivized, obviously. They're peddling false hope. All right? That's what they're selling. And now, I don't have a problem with Zcash itself. I don't even know anything about it. I'm probably never gonna ever use it in my lifetime, probably. I'm not gonna say never, but probably never. So I wanted to talk about it because I have serious concerns about the people who are making videos and blogging and talking about Zcash and hyping it up and promoting it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Again, another one of those things where people talk about it's going to take over Bitcoin, and it's better than Bitcoin. It does things that Bitcoin can't do, which I agree. It does things Bitcoin can't do, like I don't know, like have a market dominance, or a very secure network, both virtual and physical. And this is physical world, which that's what I'm actually trying to do in this physical world. I'm securing the Bitcoin network physically. All right. I'm making sure that it stays true to its original goal, its original mission. And so that brings me to, speaking of missions, it brings me to, why do I only use Bitcoin versus Zcash, Steemit, Ethereum 1, Ethereum 2, possibly Ethereum 3 coming out here. Monero Dash, whatever, Litecoin. I mean, why do I only use Bitcoin? I mean, I can easily take all my Bitcoin and buy whatever cryptocurrency there is on the market. But why do I not do that? Well, I'll try to explain why. And there is one major particular difference that all these other coins cannot and probably will never do. All these new coins are coming in. They're trying to replicate the success of Bitcoin, but it never will. And I'm going to tell you why right now. Okay. The reason is very simple. Okay. The creator of Bitcoin, as of this date, which is October 28th, 2016, as of this date, has not received, and as far as I know, has not gained any benefit from creating Bitcoin. Has not made one penny. Has not received any money for being the creator of Bitcoin. Matter of fact, we don't even know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. right? And we know that because we all can see the address key, the public address key, and we can all see that the Bitcoins have never moved. We can all see that. Um, and because Satoshi Nakamoto has never benefited in any direct way that I know of, financially anyway, for creating Bitcoin, um, I think that's what makes it really different. And it's because of that, all these other coins that come in existence, will you won't see that. You'll never see that. There's always somebody. Okay, there's always somebody there to benefit from that, from their altcoin that they created. And so that's why you'll never. That's why these other altcoins will never replicate the the success of Bitcoin. And that's just my opinion, because no one will do that. Nobody will create a coin to receive no financial benefit whatsoever, no recognition, like Bitcoin. It just won't happen. So that's one major difference. The second major difference is, I've never used any other altcoins. I've used Litecoin, and that was because at the time when I was trading and using exchanges, uh, this particular exchange, for some reason, the Bitcoin could not be sent out, so I had to convert my Bitcoin to Litecoin and then send it to another exchange to convert it back to Bitcoin. Then I could send it out. That's the only time I've ever used altcoins. All right, and the whole point of it was just to buy Bitcoins with it. It was just to get out of that one exchange for whatever reason that exchange couldn't send out any Bitcoins, and so I bought some Litecoins, took it to another exchange to buy Bitcoin so I can get my Bitcoins. That's about it. That's about it, and that's probably the only good real use case for altcoins. Really, is to transfer the value onto another chain, and then transfer it back to Bitcoin. It's a way of obscuring your transaction. It's another form of, I wouldn't say, I guess you could say it's another form of coin mixing. And so, for right now, in my honest opinion, all these other altcoins are really good for just mixing, obscuring your Bitcoin transaction. You get off the Bitcoin blockchain, go onto another altcoin blockchain, and back to the Bitcoin blockchain, and voila, you're back as your coins are pretty much mixed, untraced. If you do it like that, I mean, it's really not that hard to obscure your Bitcoin transactions if you want to do it that way. You know, in my honest opinion, but it's a lot. It's in my opinion an unnecessary step. Um, and the other thing is, um, what makes Bitcoin different from me versus the other altcoins is that it's dramatically altered my life. Ever since I've purchased my very first Bitcoin back in 2013, um, my life has never been the same. It's never been the same, and it will never go back to the way it was for me. I can't. Well, first of all, I choose not to go back. I burned all my bridges, so I can't go back. And secondly, Um, how can I turn my back on everything I've learned, all the truth that I've discovered? You can't turn your back on that. Um, because when you choose to co-create with the Creator, becoming a part of the Creator, until you become the Creator, I mean, you just can't turn your back on that anymore. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can, but you will always know the truth. And, the Creator is calling on all of you, because all of you have the power to change the world. And I unwittingly, and I'm happy I did this, I unwittingly answered the call. Ring, 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 hello? So I was called upon, and I unwittingly answered the call and accepted my mission in life, an opportunity of a lifetime to participate in bringing forth the new world. And that's the other reason what makes, at least for me, maybe not for everyone, what makes Bitcoin different than the other altcoins. And I didn't know I accepted that mission. But as the deeper I got into it, the more I fell through that rabbit hole and experienced all that I've been experiencing, being compelled by the Creator to do things. There's no other option for me. There's no other choice for me. I mean, the choice is pretty clear to me. That choice is Bitcoin. And the more I learned about the truth, the more I understood how important my mission is. And that mission must be completed at all cost. Failure is not an option here. So for me, that's what separates Bitcoin from all these other altcoins. And the fact that Satoshi Nakamoto, who invented the Bitcoin blockchain, the fact that Satoshi Nakamoto has never directly benefited never directly benefited from inventing the Bitcoin blockchain and the Bitcoin blockchain technology. And then for the whole world to see um, that he never moved his coins. It's still there to this date. So, anyways, let me go back to Belize here. So finally, I got approved to Belize, and man, it was quite a struggle. And if you and the reason why I go to these different places, I go to Canada, I go to California, New York, Florida. I'm trying to work my way around these countries. Finally, I'm going to get into South America, or Latin America, I should say, south of the border of the United States. I've already gone north of the border of the United States, south of the border, north, south. I'm not sure if it's going to be east or west to east. I'm not sure what direction I'm going to be going from the border of the United States. But definitely went up north first, now going south, because the world is going to flip over. And the question is, which way will it rotate after this? If the world flips over, I would assume the rotation would also reverse. So, not sure yet. I mean, I've not have yet to receive any instructions from the creator about that yet. But you never know. You never know. Anyways, the reason I go to these different countries and is to basically establish myself as a Bitcoin user, trader, investor, and that's the first step, just to penetrate into the new a new country, a new territory, and to establish that territory and all its resource and people to be a part of the new world and under the protection of the Creator, to declare, proclaim, and claim all that for the new world. The land, the people, the resources, to be a part of the new world. And to proclaim, declare, and claim that to the Creator, until all the world all over the world, and it basically will fulfill my mission. And the second thing is, when my mission is complete, it will finally draw out Satoshi Nakamoto out of the shadows, out of the darkness, to finally make that reveal we all been waiting for, where it's safe, free from the dark overlord. And so as I establish these new territories, and I'm not there to extract wealth away from that territory. It's still going to be extracted from the old world to the new world, but it's not going to be extracted from that territory. Hold on. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, so as I go into these new countries, it's just to establish myself, and then also claim it as part of the new world and under the protection of the Creator. So, and the purpose is to give back what has been taken from the Creator, which the Dark Overlord has taken and has enslaved you all, so you could break free from the bondage. So you're not forced into it of your own free will. So anyways, let me conclude this episode. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, even a video response. Until next time, stay tuned.